There we go. You got me, lobster. Mm-hmm. 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 This is the last show on Head Reaction channel. I was watching your uploads. I'm really enjoying the Cyanide and Happiness reactions and Gumball reaction videos. Yes. It's been so long since we've done Shoe reaction, Shoe on Head, live stream. And I was a fan of her before when we did them. But I'm hoping the stream will make me be a fan of her again. I don't know. We will see though.
Arya, I'm sorry to tell you, but Momo has passed away today.
Huh? Huh? What? What are you on about? Remember you enjoyed watching her last time? Yeah, I did.
Arya, I'm sorry to tell you, but Momo has
it's been
passed
so
away
long.
Today.
It's been so long that I don't know if I like her anymore. Like, I don't get it anymore. Like, I'm out of the loop. Because, like, I know before we watched, like, a lot of her videos. But Momo is dead. Did he not did he? What do I want to say? Did he go while he was riding? Is that what happened? Because I know you guys have like a bromance thing going on. His sister told us today. What? Start with her last 3 videos? Like the 3 recent ones? So the average male fantasy, the male loser epidemic, and why they hate Sydney. Who is Sydney Sweeney? Who is that? I don't know who Sydney Sweeney is. Who's Sydney Sweeney? Probably do. She's an actor. I have no idea who that is.
Men.
Men. That's a way to start a video. Holy fuck. Men. Manly, 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 man. Man. Alright. Let's see if we can like this again, I guess. I don't even know. Oh. I got a new monster today. I got it because they didn't have the regular ones I usually have. I got a new one today, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm liking it or not.
What do they want? Money? Status? Fast, expensive cars? What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it fame? Fortune? 3 hot chicks at once? Hell yeah, brother. No, according to men on the internet,
hell yeah,
a little
brother.
more simple.
It's an anime waifu.
This is literally just a fetish. I fucking hate men so much. Men are why we can't have nice things.
The average male fantasy.
As I was working on
Anime
an upcoming
titties.
video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw this post. A montage from the anime Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about a college student who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love.
Aww.
Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women, were absolutely fucking disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? Seems pretty creepy and predatory, right? Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with
female
dating
loneliness
apps. Do men
epidemic.
prefer thin
You
women
watched- she
or
did one-
curvy
she did a
women?
video on that, didn't
Brunettes
she?
or blondes? Do
Or am
women
I
like
crazy?
dad bods or fit men? Do they like
Dad
beards
bods!
or clean shaven?
Dad bods.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. You ever just accept that some products
And she's
are
blonde.
just garbage? Like, because
I don't care about your
thing
ad.
Really sets that vision of a human hair. The only thing you'll the plastic, the razor, perfect both 100.
Wasn't she supposed to do a wasn't she?
Of all the toys.
Wasn't she supposed to do a video about VTubers reacting to her? Someone mentioned that the longest time ago.
Video. Now, I am not an anime connoisseur. In
No,
fact,
you're
I
not.
basically know nothing about anime. I
That's
am
fine.
probably the most tourist of all the tourists.
Tourist.
Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot? I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and a few years ago I watched Beastars on Netflix. Legoshi, best boy. Not a furry, by the way. And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. Because of this clip,
Oh my god, wait!
viral,
She watches VTuber. She didn't watch VTuber. Does she watch VTubers now?
Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I only cried a little bit. And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way?
I've seen that clip. It's
Thousands of people
cute.
angry at this post. Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control. Oh.
Huh?
Oh no. They think, oh god.
What?
Why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted. Where are these fan fictions coming from? There were like hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage
she
of
watches
a
those
happy
too, got
couple, a man and a woman happy together? I know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy, and she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong, she like straight up calls him her servant, but she's also very depressed. She basically never left her house, she was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media. But they actually show her disability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least like the Hallmark kind, where it's like a stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead, he's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams. And in return, he learns to live life in a completely different way. And I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good. Is
Yeah,
anime
they
good?
yeah.
Have I been
Yeah.
sleeping on
Some
anime
animations
the
in
entire
anime
time?
is
His
good.
fantasy is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about
Bitch.
right. Oh my god.
What?
After watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context, where the fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is these people can't see any humanity in men.
That's
They can't
the
see any humanity in
problem
men.
nowadays. That's the
Average male fantasy
problem.
equals girlfriend with no agency,
Lord.
who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it. Not to be that guy, I'm gonna be that guy. The
Do it.
infantilization of the
Be that guy,
physically disabled
please.
here is a little, dare I say, ableist. The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird. Average men
Weird.
can't even be nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle a disabled person as their lover? Whoa. Normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just so ableist, chat. Can you believe it? Chat?
Chat.
Who's chat? I'm disabled, blind. So I showed this to my boyfriend.
Who's
He
chat?
says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier. So what if I have to drive you places or help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry you had to find out this way. You showed this fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people. No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy. Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled.
What are these comments? What are these
Guy,
comments?
what do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people. Are you okay? The majority of men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA 6 to come out. That is the majority of men. Men commit 90.
Speaking about which, is there a date when GTA 6 is coming out? The amount of people that are talking about GTA, is there a date yet? Does anyone know? Hi.
5% of all rape, but okay. Barging into the romance section of Barnes & Noble like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from?
Is there no
close to
month?
this
It's just a
fetish
year.
content.
It's just in
Yes,
2026.
the dirtiest, most
They don't have a
taboo
month set?
of all fetishes. A happy relationship. Honestly, in 2025, that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But this is
You want a wife and
literally just a
kids?
perverted
Sick fuck.
fantasy, LMAO. You think it's a perverted fantasy because... How do I put this nicely?
Want a mission to get a shout out from a bunch of
Literally seeing a cute
YouTubers?
montage of a
What?
male and female character having fun together, being in
May?
love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist!
Oh,
This
that's
is
not
a
bad,
fetish. Are these people okay? Stop watching porn. Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire. Or whatever the
Huh?
fuck you read. I swear to
fuck
God,
was
some of the
that?
shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner blush. Or so I've been told. This is literally just a fetish. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe. But the majority of people, probably most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved. But more specifically, the male fantasy
Hi.
is to be a protector and a provider for those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way, trust me.
The reason that I said I didn't like Shue is because I stopped reacting to her, and then like a month or two ago, she commented on a certain VTuber's video, and then that VTuber put that comment as the background for their Twitter bio, and then it just turned me off after that. And I don't know why, but this is supposed to be changing my mind.
The average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male fantasy is that a
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to type something.
The average male fantasy is actually job security.
Now that I forgot to do something. Hold on. Hordor. Hi, Blake. I forgot to do something. Oopsies. Am I gonna hear myself? No. Okay, good. She probably doesn't even know that it's not her fault. Yeah, but she commented on the video.
You know what? These guys may have a point here. Pedophile alert. Men want disabled child wives. Average male fantasy is a disabled child. More proof that men are pedos. That's a little girl. This is weird. So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22 and she is 24. In anime years, he is practically hag-maxing. And yes, she may be physically disabled, but aren't all men mentally disabled in their own special way? At least the ones in my audience. They will freely admit this. Maybe she, the older woman, is taking advantage of this sensitive young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts? First of all, really weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love how, like, when anime women have huge boobs, it's disgusting, Coomer brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she is a child and you're a chimo. Can't fucking win. Also, if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely be like, wow, look at this sexualization of the disabled. Also, you know, like, adult women can be flat-chested, right? Like, that actually exists in real life. Like, adult human women.
Yeah, wait, yeah. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that, there is adult women that have, I'm trying to spell this word here, that there is adult women that have small chests. Everyone's built different. Everybody's built different. Everybody's built different. Did I spell that right? Yeah, sure. I forgot to do this. I have to get rid of this. So for the next 2 days, since we're not doing laughing, for the reaction today and tomorrow, that's gonna be there.
Women can have small boobs. We love all titties here on the ShoeOnHead channel. All titties is good titties. End of story.
All titolies is good titolies.
And the loving, soft, deeply caring side of them. Men's fantasy. 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a toddler. Also notice how she's literally the shape and size of a child. Yuck. Have you people ever seen a child? No, you're all childless. Silly me. She's not even that short. She's just sitting. See, like when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown adult woman. Why do these people look at this and immediately think of child rape? Go to therapy. And listen, I know with anime
go
to
to
get
therapy,
a little weird,
Chad.
Right? Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan is 2,000 years old, and this is Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan. But
Wait, what?
Does not even look like a child. This looks like a cute woman. This is like a random rant, but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have all like the Insta baddies, the e-thots, the e-girls, the muscle mommies, the boss babes.
I love
the
muscle
boy
mommies.
babes. But I feel like every woman is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche
Women.
whatsoever. You shouldn't wake
That's
up
the
and
subject,
be able to
women.
scroll through pictures of, like, the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life, like, 20 times before you've had, like, your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't log in and immediately be one-shotted by 10 tens all day, as if that wouldn't make you go insane, as if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like, back in the day, you'd probably see, like, one fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you'd think about her for 40 years until the day you die.
Literally, but that's crazy though, because like at that point in time, you wouldn't have like seen people on the internet and being like, oh my god, she's hot. You would see her at a coffee shop and be like, oh my god, she's cute. And then you would stalk her because you would go to that same coffee shop every fucking day.
That's how it used to be. That's how it should be. Now every woman is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram goddess with the fattest of ass. Zoomers don't know how good we had it. We'd go to Blockbuster and the 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen. No Botox, no lip filler, just a pure soul, full of joy and whimsy. And now women are full of hate and SSRIs. But they're hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more depressed than they've ever been in history. Sad. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anime. I didn't take my Vyvanse today, could you tell? Men's fantasy. A big titty woman with the face of a 16-year-old that is useful for cooking, cleaning, and sex. Women's fantasy. Gets treated like a queen and a man who keeps tracks of our periods so he can take care of us. I think I speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods.
If any of you motherfuckers... Nah, bruh, if Meatsley ever did that shit, if he ever fucking pulled that shit and was like, oh, here, yeah, I tracked it, I would throw punch that motherfucker so fast. That is so wrong. That you don't need to track women's periods. Why? Bro.
If my husband was like, honey, just a reminder.
Apparently, a lot of people.
I'm taking the kids.
Apparently,
like
if Meatsley ever did that, I'd
they beat
throw
their
punch
wife
him,
when
I
dinner
swear.
isn't ready, or their son when he's misbehaving. First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you, but there are in fact good men out there. I've seen them. Some may be in this very audience. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. This is the ShoeOnHead audience. You're all gremlins. Male fantasy equals a woman that can't.
We're all gremlins.
A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting. When men are involved, it's basic survival instinct to assume the worst. Men are guilty until they prove themselves innocent. You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech. No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman. I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed to hate men. So true. I hate how, but in reality, women are the real demons here.
Huh?
Oh, God damn it. We just want a happy relationship. Is it so much to ask for? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, more misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage. So, here's the thing, that, misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men was actually written by Saiko Tanabe, a woman. A woman wrote this story. And I feel like a very important detail everyone is sleeping on when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well. A man loving you for who you are despite your flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out.
No, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. This is some females, fantasies is this right here, this guy right here. And then we have other women's fantasies like myself, where we bicker and fight like we're fucking 80-year-olds, and we tell each other to fuck off every 5 seconds. That's also a fantasy for some women.
Out your dreams, face your fears, and supporting you through the good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy too?
It's not, no.
Basic female fantasy?
Because the guy in this anime is the polar opposite of Meatsley. It's crazy. Meatsley acts nothing like that at all.
Is this not the knight in
Hi,
shining
Ruben.
armor coming to rescue you and falling in love with you? Why on earth are so many women so mad at this? Are men now the hopeless romantics? Are men now the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance? Is this why all the Disney remakes are like, she's not gonna be saved by the prince, she's a strong, independent woman? Meanwhile, men still want to be the prince, men still want to be the knight in shining armor. Men are like, I will save you from your monotonous 9-to-5 job. I will give you a house and babies. And women are like, no, I must be an actuarial consultant. Be gone, vile misogynist. Is that what is occurring here? Also, that aside, there literally is a gender-swapped version of this story called Perfect
Oh,
World.
there's
It is
I didn't know that!
Mango?
Mango?
Oh, no. Do
Manga.
not come for me, weebs. Men will statistically leave their wives and partners the
I
moment
need to be
they find out they're
saved.
disabled or have a life-threatening condition.
We all need to
You're
be
right,
saved.
it is a fantasy. Actually, that study was debunked by the authors themselves, who admitted they did the math wrong. It's actually not much higher, but then again, even if it was, and it happens, I've seen it happen to people, it's terrible. Marriage should be through sickness and through health, but that's not really the point here. And the fact that so many people are focusing on the wheelchair part of this just proves that they just don't get it. The ones of pure mind and pure soul get it, but these fucking semen demons out here, they don't get it. But not all.
Semen demons?
The amount of people in comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Ah, thank you, a sane person. Hopefully the replies aren't full of people calling her a pick-me. Pick-me alert. Least obvious pick-me. Me, pick me please. Hope he picks you, sis. Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Oh my
I
god.
have written this. Fuck. Why are so many VTubers either pygmies or racist? You mean why do so many female VTubers disagree with you? Why so many aren't towing the mainstream liberal feminist
I'm not a
NPC
pick-me,
line?
nor
Because
am I
they can.
racist, thank
See,
God.
the most powerful weapon women have against other women is social ostracization. You don't want to be seen as a pick-me or a racist, so you keep your mouth shut in order to survive in female social circles. But in the case of VTubers, virtual...
No, I don't do that. I just say shit. If you like it, cool. If you don't, goodbye.
YouTubers, they're basically anonymous. They can say anything they want. They're
Yeah.
basically wearing a mask. They're
Yeah.
free from the chains of the eternal HR Longhouse.
Yeah.
Apparently, even being anonymous online does not save them because they still get doxxed.
Or
for
either
simply
cheesy
not
or very good,
hating
that's
men.
true.
Lovely.
Or
Maybe I
both,
should
yeah.
save this rant for a different video someday. Moving on. Men are why we
Ooh.
can't have nice things.
She
by
said
the way.
someday it's gonna
Well, men
happen!
make all the things. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, I just realized it was a man saying that. It was a whole ass man saying men are why we can't have nice things. I don't deserve this trophy. This is for you, sir. This is for you. I am not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism and propaganda aimed at women. But you will never catch me in a million years saying some shit like women are why we can't have nice things. I have a mom. I have female family members. I have female friends. Maybe one day I'll have a daughter. Women make the world a beautiful place and, like men, can be flawed and deserve criticism like anyone else. But there's something genuinely so cucked about people who put down their own gender or race. Oh god, race. Self-hating white people. Don't get me started on self-hating white people. White people are so evil. I hate being white. White people can't dance. White people food is so gross. You're not getting into Wakanda, bro. You're not getting invited to the cookout. Enough. But yeah, women were not the only ones who had a problem with this. There were a lot of men who didn't quite relate to this being the average male fantasy. It's fine to love the disabled. I didn't need to remind you that. But to glorify it? This anime is certainly Marxist propaganda. The movie is about him taking a job as her caretaker, and when he learns of her dreams, he makes it his mission to help her dreams come true. So it is Marxist propaganda to help a disabled person pursue their dreams? Yeah, it's woven in. Empathy is the target of propaganda.
Oh my god.
Marxism is when girl in wheelchair. I love this. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Every piece of media that makes you feel empathy is communism. Political brain rot. If you're at the point where you see this and you're thinking of communism, you need to log off. You are unwell. I'm sorry, but when I reproduce,
Log off.
I don't want a high probability of my offspring being mentally or physically retarded. We need a better class of incels whose bar is higher than the retarded. She's not retarded. She has a spinal injury that's not genetic.
God.
Also, what is this LARP? I love how everyone is just kind of having like a normal conversation about this clip, and this guy just comes out of nowhere like, I would never put my pure white seed in such a vile creature. Like, you absolutely know this guy has a
Pure white
friend.
seed, bro,
All these like I hate white people women always have white boyfriends. All these I hate non-white people boys always have non-white girlfriends. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it too many times. I guarantee you when this man logs off of his Black Sun Roman statue Twitter account, he's clapping Latina booty cheeks. Fantasy is not being a simp, but okay. Fellas, is it simping to love a woman? Nah, this is not the male fantasy. That man is a beta male. If she wasn't in a wheelchair, she would leave him for Chad. Fellas, is it beta to love a woman? This is not my fantasy.
Apparently.
This is some gay shit, to be honest. Fellas, is it gay to love a woman? What no pussy does
Apparently.
to a motherfucker. Brother, I've seen what pussy does to a motherfucker. It's far worse. The average male fantasy is taking care of their crippled wife. I don't think I've ever had that fantasy before. I thought it was gonna be about going on some quest to kill the dragon to win the princess or something. It is. That is the average male fantasy. But there are no dragons to slay. There are no princesses.
Slay!
But there is that little old lady in the grocery store who can't quite reach
Stu.
that top shelf. There's that heavy box the pretty girl you work with can't quite lift herself. There's that jar of tomato sauce your wife can't quite open. There's that Lego set your little son can't quite put together himself. Or there is this paraplegic girl who wants to see the ocean. This is the Princess and the Dragon story. And despite what many are told, men do have a lot of love to give. And they want some kind of excuse or mechanism to show that love. In a word.
So I just left a video on Pasta's video saying that this was the day that Pasta X Venos ship was born. Huh?
World
fuck?
where men
Doctor,
expressing
are you
themselves
okay?
is either seen as toxic or gay. And one way of expressing that love is solving problems. Men fucking love solving problems. I don't know what it is. They also love reading Wikipedia articles. The amount of times I walked over and my husband is reading a random fucking Wikipedia article about like the world's tallest buildings or like a random battle in World War II. I didn't know if this was autism or what, but apparently it's a man thing. Anyway, yes, men love solving problems. And in a world that makes them feel useless, makes them feel like they have no purpose, men desperately feel like they need to prove their worth. They are desperately looking for a purpose in life. So it is not at all shocking to me that the modern young man is seeing a clip like this and longing for this. A lot of modern men don't have a chance to prove themselves, to make something of their lives. They don't have a chance to provide anything for anyone because they don't have anything to provide and they don't have anyone. They are doing everything their grandfathers did, but seeing none of the results. They're lost. What can they provide? And as I said earlier, her being in a wheelchair is the protector and provider instinct taken to a extreme. And yes, it is a fantasy, considering if you ask anyone who's actually in a wheelchair, they know it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and they know that it's hard on relationships. It can be difficult on their partner. But just like in the movie, it's not shown as butterflies and rainbows. Josie feels like a burden. But towards the end of the movie, the guy takes on that burden. Not because he gets something in return, but because it's his duty. Because it makes her happy, which makes him happy in return. Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service, big or small. Men live for that shit. And yes, these are stereotypes. Not everyone fits into these boxes, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's true. When many men look at this relationship, that is what they see. And a lot of modern women are looking at this relationship and being disgusted because, in a way, it's the complete inverse of the strong, independent woman they've been sold. They've been told they need to be. The modern woman crafted by modern Disney for modern audiences. Unlike the Hollywood-crafted modern woman, this woman does need her man. She is not strong and she's not independent, at least physically. This doesn't mean she's like an empty vessel with no thoughts or freedom. No, in fact, in the movie, Josie does roll away from him a few times. It is a fantasy not because of a power imbalance, but because the man has a tangible purpose, and the woman is willingly and lovingly letting him fulfill that purpose.
Because I can depend on you.
Aww.
I know that if I ever feel frightened, I can just reach out to you.
Men simply want something good to die for,
I
to make
fucking
it
can't,
beautiful.
man. God! My foot's asleep. Hold on.
To live. This manifests in a lot of ways, but the most common is having a loving partner and or a family. Something unobtainable to many people nowadays. So yes, literally one of the most normal things ever is becoming a fantasy. Sad. Also, men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s.
Literally cute anime romances and BL romances. BL romances more so than cute anime romances. BL romances are like on a whole other fucking level, and I love them so much because they're also fucking cute! Anyway.
One day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And that is the male biological clock. Everything you do, the money you make working that waiting 9-to-5 job, it will all be for something bigger and more important than yourself one day. You will come home to a warm and happy home, greeted by people.
Motherfuckers, do not get me started on I read so much. And I watch so much of it. Oh my god, they're so loyal and they're so cute and they do anything. It's so sweet. But you guys are all guys, so you wouldn't understand.
People who care about you and love you and rely on you, and everything will make sense then. Until then, you'll just be on the internet, being called a misogynist, for wanting something bigger and more important than yourself, for wanting something beautiful and normal. And that is the average male fantasy. That and 3 hot chicks at once. Hell yeah, brother! Haha, you know what I'm saying? So that was that little video. Men in the comments.
No, I'm not Yuri. I like Yuri
better. Is that
better.
the average male fantasy?
100%.
Or is it not that deep? Men and women in the comments, what is your fantasy? And no, I don't mean that. I don't want to hear about how you want to be crushed by a 12-foot futa. That is between you and God, not you and ShoeOnHead. I mean, what is your ultimate dream? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want a nice big family one day? Do you want to own a farm? Do you want to live in a shed in the woods and make pipe bombs? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!
Jesus Christ. Alright, well, that was the first one. That was interesting. The male loser epidemic. You guys would like this one.
Hello again, friends. Sorry I've been
Sorry there.
gone for quite a bit. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened. I feel like every time I take a break, like, a war breaks out or something, but thankfully that did not happen. But at least we found out the real Epstein files were the friends we made along the way. Welcome back to the ShoeOnHead channel. If it is your first time here, run. I am ShoeOnHead, and on this channel I like to cover cultural issues mostly surrounding men's issues. It's what I've been doing for over a decade, and frankly, I'm exhausted. Many of you have been along for the ride, and you have seen me go from a chipper, lively 24-year-old making fun of BuzzFeed and Tumblr feminists to a bitter, calloused 34-year-old talking about very real and growing men's issues. One of the main men's issues I have been covering in great detail lately has been the male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, but turns out I was wrong. We don't have a male loneliness epidemic. We have a male loser epidemic. It's not a male loneliness epidemic.
Hi.
No, it's a male mediocrity epidemic. It's a male loser epidemic.
The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad that it's honestly so pathetic at this point.
Now, I don't always talk about men's issues. No, sometimes I talk about politics, and sometimes I mix the two together. Now, I know a lot of you don't like politics, you don't care about politics, but politics cares about you, and it will enter your life no matter how hard you try to avoid it. But thankfully, I have the perfect app to help you navigate this difficult, confusing political landscape. So let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Ground News, before we get into this.
I don't need to show Mama Knight that app because the amount of fucking political shit she's into lately is crazy!
in New York. When he framed it, I praise. Plan I is like the price you are to approach the next video. And now let's get back to the right and the Republicans more. Since the left and Democrats have essentially just become the young men eat and die movement. Months ago, I covered how the Democratic Party was losing young men, and I predicted Kamala Harris would lose in part because of young men overwhelmingly voting for Trump. And I was correct. Well, now the Democrats have unveiled their final solution to the right-wing male loser epidemic. Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. Democrats have blown millions of dollars on efforts to appeal to American men who turned to President Donald Trump in droves on Election Day in hopes of winning back the working class. Democrats have spent $20 million on their efforts, with donors and strategists holing up in luxury hotel rooms, brainstorming how to convince working class men to return to the party. Ah yes, nothing more relatable to working class men than luxury hotel rooms. Great job, guys. The plan? Codename SAM, or Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, promises to use the funds to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention and virality in these spaces. The effort also recommends Democrats buy advertisement in video games, among other things. The Democratic Party is treating young men like exotic animals they're studying. Now, as you can see here, is the young man in his natural habitat, in a dark, messy cave surrounded by Taco Bell wrappers and empty Mountain Dew bottles. Here is another young man, as you can see, also dwelling in a dark cave. This one has dyed his hair blue to scare off potential predators. Unfortunately, it also scares off potential mates, but moving on, here is another young man. We think we're not quite sure about this one. We're still studying it. Listen.
Oh my god. Oh, that was good.
Instead of spending $20 to do that stupid, maybe you should, I don't know, actually listen to men. I listen to men for free
that
all
was
the
funny.
time. All I have to do is read my comment section. Let's see here. ShoeOnHead is a perfect example of why we need to repeal the 19.
Ugh.
Greetings from Albania. I hate women so much it's unreal. Ooh, shoo, mommy, milkies, 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 mommy,
I like
mommy,
nuts
mommy.
too.
One time I got my penis stuck
fan.
in a soda bottle. Okay, on second thought, maybe my comment section is not the best source.
Since Trump scored big with young male voters last election, Democrats are spending $20 million to learn how to speak their language. I think it's a waste of money. Maybe these guys should spend their money on teaching men to not be such sexists. Maybe that's
But the stats don't bear that out.
Look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash.
Oh no. The very night I was sitting on my couch writing the script to my video about how the Democrats are spending $20 million to relate to young men, this came on my TV on Fox News. A Tommy Lahren and Laura Ingraham segment about stay-at-home sons, men who still live at home. Literally minutes after this aired, it went absolutely viral on Twitter for not good reasons. So we are going to unpack this piece by piece. Because even though everyone was mocking it and making fun of it, as far as I saw, nobody was really dissecting it and breaking down exactly why she was so egregiously wrong. So come join me in debunking the male loser epidemic. Because who else better equipped to talk about men's issues than two stupid blonde bimbos? Hold on. 3 stupid blonde
bimbos.
bimbos. Sorry. I felt left out. Alright, let's go. Wait. I need my gamer fuel. See? I do drink it. That one's for you, Tectone.
It's a major problem. And you know, Speaker Johnson has been talking.
What did Tectone say about her? Why'd she say that? What did he say about her? I need answers. What did he say? Does anyone have the answer? He said that she fakes drinking Monster. Really? That she doesn't drink Monster. She has one in like every video, doesn't she? She literally drinks them all the time.
About those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. But Laura, I gotta tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's why we have declining birth rates and a lot of other problems in society. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air, meet people in real life. Let's just get back to basics.
So first of all, this stay-at-home son thing is not a real thing. It was a random throwaway, self-deprecating joke some contestant on Jeopardy said. One f***ing guy. Because I guess there's nothing else important going on that they could cover on the news. They literally made this into a fake phenomena so they can on young men. Meanwhile, Democrats are spending millions of dollars trying to win back young men. Oh no, the young men are leaving us in droves. How do we get them back? Don't worry. I got this. Hey, you fat, lazy, Cheeto dust-covered slobs. F*** you. Nice. Thanks. I love you. I love you too. The amount of young men living home with their parents increasing? Yes. Is it because they're lazy bums and just...
Yeah, did they think when that Deadcode makes a good point. That's implying that you can afford DoorDash. Does the news not realize that most sons that live at home can't afford DoorDash? That's why they eat the food out of their parents' fridge. Duh.
Want to order DoorDash all day? No. And also, they're not paying for DoorDash, Tommy. They're financing it. Come on.
What?
Get with the times.
There are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's why we have declining birth rates. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air.
Have either of you tried applying for a job as a young man recently? Or tried buying a house on the salary of one of these young men? Have you experienced the dating market, been on the dating sites as a young man? No? Interesting, okay. Just wondering. Listen, I know the average age of a Fox News viewer is like 70 nowadays and you need to pander to them, but Tommy, you are like 2 years younger than me. You know this shit isn't true. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like a f***ing boomer? I'm sorry, I have no other words, but I hate this like generational pick-me. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm not
frozen
like those
pizza
other
in the
young
freezer
people.
do look really
You know what?
bomb right
He's
now,
not like
bro.
those
That
other young
sounds
people.
bomb as
Not
shit.
all young people can afford a nice nose job and lip filler and get a cushy job on Fox News based entirely on merit, I'm sure. The main problem with this brain-dead boomer-ass take is not only is it cringe, but it's completely divorced from reality. This slop is specifically designed for people who paid like $5 for a f***ing house. And listen, not all boomers, okay? My parents are boomers, they are lovely people. A lot of you guys are boomers, but when the baby boomer generation sends its people, it is not sending their best.
Was that her? What is her ratio thing there? 28 to 34, 42, 35 to 44, 23. Damn.
They're boomers, but when the baby boomer generation sends its people, it is not sending their best. They are not sending you. They're sending people who have lots of problems. They're bringing the housing crisis. They're bringing wage stagnation. They're falling for AI-generated photos on Facebook. But some, I assume, are good people. But my god, I truly believe they do not understand how good they had it.
So good?
They could support
What
a family
kind,
on
though?
a single income. A single income from a job that didn't require a college degree. Their leaders didn't prostitute away their economic future for some cheap plastic shit from China. They inherited the greatest economy known to man, and they pretend it's a paradise that they earned. I just don't understand, like, why don't boomers and spiritual boomers like Tommy Lauren see people struggling and go, wow, I wish I could fix this. They should have it better than I had it. And you wonder why so many millennials and zoomers don't want kids. I want to make the world a better place for my children. I want to make...
I mean, that's not really most of us just don't want kids because the thought of actually birthing something out of down there is just kind of... Anyway.
The world a better place for my children. Ugh. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you spoiled brat. Children. Not happening.
Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men.
Young men are becoming lazy because they're becoming feminized. So they're becoming lazy because they act more like women? What did she mean by this, chat? I know there's like a decrease in testosterone.
She said chat again.
But men are moving right-wing all over the world. Does that correlate with the feminization? Or, I mean, there are suspiciously a lot of far-right femboys, so maybe. But here's the thing, Tammy. There is absolutely no evidence that young women want to start families more than young men. None. In fact, all the data says the exact f***ing opposite. According to Pew Research, 64% of women younger than 50 say they just don't want to have children. No reason, they just don't want them. Versus 50% of men who say the same. Another study by Art&Rig Institute shows the same. 63% of women without children said they have no desire to have a child, while only 50% of men said the same. For men, the most commonly cited factor was personal finance, but among women, the strongest reason not to have a child was their desire to maintain their personal independence. Basically, they don't want to give up their brunch and mimosas. They've been ass-blasted with propaganda their whole lives, telling them their lives will be ruined, their bodies will be ruined, they'll never have fun again, they'll be miserable forever if they have children. And as someone who has had a children, best decision I've ever made. 10/10, highly recommend, would do it again. But yes, this idea that men are the ones primarily responsible for the low birth rates is laughable. We're laughing over here.
We're laughing over here.
Or men's fault. There are a lot of factors that play into this. But Tommy, I really gotta ask, is it men
any demon spawn?
Or is it you?
That's true.
This is going to be the summer of canceling boys. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think, it might not be us. It might be you. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. Quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country.
My friends are successful. Men don't give a shit about that. They'd marry a Walmart cashier if she was nice to them.
I think men between the ages of 20 and 30 are not ready, in most cases, for marriage, are usually not ready to be husbands and fathers.
That's a cultural issue. So, look,
No, I would actually, back to your point, I think it's a biological thing.
So let me get this straight. Men are all trash and won't commit and won't leave mommy's basement, and they're destroying the birth rates. But also young men are biologically incapable of commitment and being parents. What? But wait, there's more! She also believes women don't have to bring anything to the table.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money. But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Never before in history have women demanded so much and offered so little. So before we get deeper into this retarded, manufactured, stay-at-home son narrative, let's check the Facebook comments of this Fox News video because I am really interested to see what, like, the typical Fox News viewer thinks about this. If the women are anything like these two, I can hardly blame the men for staying home and not wanting to date them. Blame, blame, blame. These two women have a combined age of 93 and they have 0 children between both of them. You both have repugnant personality types, so listening to this was like male birth control to me. My goodness! Boomers are ruthless! Bunch of sissies. I served 6 years, 2 years in Southeast Asia after Vietnam was over. When I was 18, rent was $450 and I could afford to get my own place. She's so spot on. Nothing screams I'm a loser run from me than a guy living at home in his parents' house with his 12-year-old boy's bedroom decor at age of 30. Thank God we raised our sons to be men, who grew up, lived on their own, found their soulmate, got married, bought a beautiful home, and started a family. I was out the door at 18, worked on the assembly.
Okay, tell me how the fuck this makes sense. They're saying, look, oh yeah, like, they don't want to go out and get a job, and it's not just the Americas, it's everywhere. Everywhere is having the same problem, because And like the thing is that they're saying like, oh well, it's just this generation. This generation doesn't want to work. They don't want to try. They don't want to do this and that. And now I can't speak for America, because I don't watch American news. But I can speak for here at least. Men that are between the ages of 28 to like 35, give or take, they try to work, and the only places that will hire them are oil sites and oil sites and fields, because if they try to go anywhere else, they can't get jobs there because there are certain individuals in this country that have already taken their jobs, and then they're complaining, being like, oh well, no youngsters want to work here. They don't want to have a house. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. Open up jobs, Karen!
Air Force at 19, never went back home. I can't relate to this. Yes, we know you people can't relate.
I haunted.
But the world has changed. Why can't you people get this through your heads? I will never let my sons stay home. I'm trying to push them out of the nest. Okay, I really gotta ask, is this an Anglo thing? Immediately kicking your kid out when they turn 18 years old? My Mediterranean mind cannot comprehend this. And honestly, why the would a man leave home, leave his mother's cooking, for a woman who probably can't cook? Not me, though. Personally, I can cook amazing homemade meals. I'll have you know I am a great trad wife.
I can't cook for shit. That's me. This is me cooking. Yep. This is me cooking.
Bone apple teeth.
Now, unfortunately, Tommy Lauren wasn't the only one pushing this stupid, lazy young men go get a job bullshit. Mike Johnson did it, referencing 29-year-old men playing video games all day. Steve Scalise did it with 35-year-old men playing video games all day. And just the other night, I saw this on my TV. Again.
A Wall Street Journal headline got our attention. The new dream job for young men, stay-at-home son. It's a phrase that's taken off since 27-year-old Brendan Leo won $59,000 on Jeopardy. And he has a master's degree in political science, but he's unemployed. Grow up, get a job, get a wife, build a family.
Just get a wife, bro. Just get a job, bro.
Oh, get a job? Yeah. Just get a job already.
Just get a job, bro. Just get a job. Just work. Work.
We're jobs growing jobbies.
The term welfare queen must have fell out of fashion with Republicans, because it seems even they know the approved safe demographic to go after now. Because it's very obvious what demographic they are talking about when they say young men in their basements playing video games. This just get a job lazy attitude is not surprising, but it's especially funny coming from Fox News of all places. Fox News that spends so much time yapping about immigrants taking American jobs. Fox News will talk for years about how Americans are being screwed out of the workforce. But when this issue manifests itself in Gen Z, suddenly it's a moral failure. The fact is, a lot of American jobs held by men are being lost to automation, offshoring, and yes, cheap foreign labor. Companies and billionaires would rather have cheap labor that they can essentially abuse, not pay fair wages to, just good little worker drones who won't unionize, rather than hire American workers for a living wage. The cheaper labor they hire, the more money they make. I remember when Bernie Sanders called open borders a Koch brothers conspiracy.
Open borders? That's a Koch brothers proposal, which says essentially there is no United States.
But it would make a lot of the global poor richer, wouldn't it?
And it'd make everybody in America poor. Then you're doing away with the concept of a nation state.
Where'd that guy go? A lot of these jobs being taken are jobs traditionally held by men, like construction and factory jobs, manual labor work. But it's not just manual labor jobs, it's also the tech industry and business industry, which are careers also mainly held by men. There are many, many examples of this, such as Microsoft recently cutting thousands of American workers while requesting 14,000 more H-1B workers this year. Some of those job positions include data scientists, which are 70% men, software developers, which are 80% men, and electronic engineers, which are 90% men, and many more like that. Another example of this was Tesla, where roughly 15,000 American employees were fired in April 2024, and many were replaced.
Now see that. Hi, Tyler. Now see, this is the fucked up shit, and I get that Trump is trying to fix this in a way, but I would also like Trump and his whole team to come over to Canada and do the same shit. Thank you. That's my PSA for today.
With H-1B visa holders. On Twitter, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy tried to chalk this up to these immigrants just simply being the best and the brightest. Yeah, okay. You're paying them less for longer hours and more work, and they're willing to deal.
And to add to that too, don't the immigrants come here? Like, they go to, tell me if I'm wrong with this. The immigrants come to Canada and America, US, whatever, to go to school, to get a better education, so that they can go back to their country to make their country better. Am I fucking wrong? Like, hello? Like, is that not the fucking shit? Is that not the fucking shit? You mother, like, don't, like, like, oh my, and even with that too, even our fucking prime minister is like, oh yeah, no, well, we deported like some odd thousand immigrants, but we also let in like 40,000 immigrants this year as well. Like, where the fuck do you get off? And then they call my generation lazy because we can't work or do anything. Like, let us have fucking jobs then, bitch. Let us have fucking jobs, motherfucker. Which is why, like, when I'm allowed to go back to work, I'm not going to apply to, like well-known chains like Walmart or fucking Tim Hortons or Canadian Tire or anything like that, because I'm not going to be able to get hired on there. The only places I'm going to be fucking applying to are family-owned businesses, because they hire correctly. Sorry, I'm still so mad about it.
With it in order to stay in the country. It's coercive, exploitative, and, dare I say, not very America first. When conservatives confronted Elon Musk for this,
It's the one thing. It's the one topic that irritates the fuck out of me.
Take a big step back and yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. So when it comes to replacing American workers in manual labor with cheap foreign labor, it's deport, deport, deport. But when it comes to replacing his American workers with cheap foreign labor, it's yourself in the face. Interesting. There's also affirmative action and DEI, which are other things Fox News always pisses and shits about. But suddenly, when the conversation is about Gen Z men, the demographic of people who are victims of these things, suddenly these things just, like, don't exist anymore. Then it's, oh, young men are all just lazy. They just want to be in their parents' basement, ordering DoorDash and playing video games. But it's not just the I am not beating the allegations with this one. The brown people are not taking your jobs, okay? It's not their fault. They're just cheaper. Aim upwards. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. It's the women, too. Many of the dying industries are male-dominated, while many of the growing industries are female-dominated, and stigma around these jobs being woman jobs usually stops men from working them. Women are overwhelmingly entering and excelling
the majority of
college
Fox
and the
News
workforce,
born with
and
a
they're more
silver
flexible
spoon.
about job decision and pay, while young men usually hold out for higher-paying, higher-position jobs that will make them the breadwinner. Because you see, despite the world progressing and the role of women changing, the role of men has not changed. Every woman is a feminist until the dinner bill comes. But what's crazy is, women might be the ones paying that dinner bill soon. A study from the UK found women aged 22 to 29 earned about 1,000 more annually than men, completely reversing the traditional gender pay gap for this age group. In the US, a 2022 Pew Research Center analysis showed that women under 30 out-earned men in many metropolitan areas, with median earnings at or above 100% of men's, in cities like New York and Washington, D.C. That may not sound like a lot of money now, but it's a growing trend that has never been seen before. It's so bad that it's really starting to affect the dating world. American women have never been this resigned to staying single. They are responding to major demographic shifts, including huge and growing gender gaps in economic and educational attainment, political affiliation, and beliefs about what family should look like. More women than men are attending college, buying houses, and focusing on their friendships and careers over dating and marriage. The challenges of finding a romantic partner have been made more complicated by a growing divide in education and career prospects between men and women. In 2024, 40% of American women ages 25 to 34 had a bachelor's degree, according to Pew, compared to 37% of men. A bachelor's degree increases net lifetime earnings by an estimated $1 million. Women are doing comparatively well when it comes to education in their early years in the labor force, and men are doing comparatively badly. Men's economic struggles seem to be having the biggest effect on women. without a college degree, whose marriage rates by 45 have plummeted to 52% for those born between 1930 and 1980, according to research by Cornell University. Young men without a degree are struggling so much as a group that there simply aren't enough with steady jobs and earnings for non-college women to date. Men are poor, women most affected. Modern women are no longer tied to their gender role. Birth control has freed them from the prison that is their biology, and they are making their own money, sometimes more than men. They can have it all, they can do anything, they can be anything. While at the same time, men are still expected to be the provider. And more importantly, many men still want to be the provider, but they can't. And women, though strong and independent, still want men to be the provider.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money.
Basically, men are like...
Okay, I'm gonna go back to her for like a fraction of a second. My mother watches her. I don't know what it is, but I hate her fucking voice. And I know when my mom is watching her because I can fucking hear it all the way down in my room. I can hear when she's watching this bitch. I really don't like her voice.
If need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money.
Basically, men are like, we're worried we're not making enough money. And women are like, we're worried men are not making enough money. Hello class, I am Miss On Head. I am substituting for your teacher today.
Nice.
She was arrested for molesting a 12-year-old boy. So today we are learning about...
It's a Karen voice, maybe that's why.
The graph. This is the growth in productivity versus hourly compensation graph. And you can trace almost everything bad happening in society back to this graph. As you can see, productivity increased while compensation barely grew over the same time period. Notice they tracked very closely up until around 1972. Now, what happened around 1972, class? Well, the top marginal tax rate was reduced from 70% in 1964 to 50% by 1981. The federal minimum wage began to stagnate. Income going to the 1% rose from 9% in the 60s to 16% in 2023. CEOs also went from making 20 times more than the average worker to making 350 times more than the average worker. Anything else? Anything else happen around 1972? Yes, Jimmy, that is correct. Women joined the workforce around this time, but we don't have to get into that today. The fact is, hard work no longer guarantees success, and the will to work is tied to the fruits of your labor. And young men are fed up today because 90% of that fruit is rotten. Now, is there some truth to modern young people being lazy? Sure, I guess. Every generation had lazy people. And we do basically live in late-stage mouse utopia, after all. Young people today are faced with two options: revolution or escapism. And a lot of them are choosing escapism. Many have basically given up, but it's not like they didn't try. They tried and they found out the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. Whether
we
it's
used to watch her a
dating,
lot.
Or the job market. And in a way, many young men...
We used to watch her a lot before I did the Vanoss crew reactions. And I don't remember why I stopped. I just kind of stopped watching her. I don't know why.
Are kind of choosing revolution. The never before seen large shift rightward in young men is a small revolution in a way. They're saying, this isn't working for me, this sucks, I hate this, I want something different. This is also manifesting on the Democrat side in general. The young men that are still voting left are voting further left. We saw this recently in New York City, where Zoran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, won the Democratic primary. Young men are tired of the establishment, left and right. They're tired of the system and they want to burn it down and start again. They want something that works for them because this is not working for them.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 23-year-olds with 4-year college degrees and like initiative who aren't smoking weed every day, if they can't make enough to buy a
doing
car,
the live streams,
much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Huh. Fox News should hire that guy. There is an entire generation of fighting-aged men who are enraged and feel like they have nothing to live for. You should probably start caring. When they saw this airing on Fox News, they saw an angry woman nagging in their faces about how everything wrong in the world is their fault. an all too familiar thing they have been hearing for far too long. But unfortunately for Democrats, nobody under the age of 60 watches Fox News, so this is not really going to have an effect on young men whatsoever. So keep that $20 million. You might still need it, unless we get dragged into another war in the Middle East. If we do get dragged into another war in the Middle East, young men might come running back to the Democratic Party. Maybe not even a George Bush II electric boogaloo will have men coming back to the Democratic Party. Hopefully we don't find out. And as I'm editing this right now, a lot of young people, even the podcast bros, seem pretty upset about the Epstein thing, but we know Democrats won't take advantage of the situation in order to protect the Clintons, so maybe not even this will save them, but we'll see, I guess. Hold on one second.
Oh.
That's better. So that was that video. What do you think of the male loser epidemic? Do you agree with Tommy Lauren? Is it all men's fault? Leave your comments below.
Nah.
I read them all. I am
It's not even all men's fault, it's the world.
As you type them. Wait, don't write that. No, you can't say that. No, it doesn't matter if it's with an A. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to me on Patreon or leave a little tip with the little tip jar down below. I'll give it a little heart. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys again soon with a
I want
new
to see what the
video.
comments are on this video.
Because I know you gremlins love
Not video. What are the comments? Can't build a life with someone that hates you on a subconscious level. My son is almost 5. So not only does he still live with me, but he doesn't even have a job. Not a loser. I won at the video game at the time. It even says you win sometimes. I love how when men are struggling with dating, they are asked to lower their standards. When women are struggling with dating, men are expected to be better. Yeah.
I finally found a way to donate on this again. Also, you don't have to take the shots. This was an experiment.
No, we'll take the shots. 1 second. I need water. No, I'm not sick. It's just there's something stuck in my throat. And it's not like phlegm or anything. I don't know what the fuck it is. but there is something stuck, and it's been driving me all fucking day. And I don't know what it is. Look, guys, can you see that the ring doesn't can you see that the ring doesn't fit me? I had to put it on my thumb. It doesn't fit on my finger. Okay, hold on. It's a strand of hair. It could be hair or something. Honestly, because my hair has been you guys already know my hair has been falling out for a while. But like I sleep with my mouth open and like my hair falls out and I move around a lot in bed. So I may have swallowed some hair. At some point. That may be very true. I can't get the fucking lime open. Oh my god. Never mind, I got it. Have you guys ever seen so many freckles on somebody's hand? You guys see all the freckles I have? All the freckles. Alright. So it's 4 of these. Am I using the right? Yeah, I'm using the right shot glass. Alright. One.
I kinda feel like it's been forever since I've done this.
It's a nice tattoo, thanks. I have a few of them.
Two. It's okay, Blake. We'll do it. I'll do it. You've never donated. I don't think you've ever donated before, so that it would be technically like your first time. So. Three. Four. Ah.
Jesus.
Nah, you're good. You don't have to be sorry. You're good.
Hey, at least I didn't have to do the Worcestershire sauce, so I mean, we didn't have to do that. I had to turn my light back off. I like the darkness. All right. Ooh. I have no idea what that is. Next.
So, if you've been living under
I am living under a rock. Thank you.
a rock, you probably haven't heard that Sydney Sweeney was in an American Eagle commercial.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Get it? Jeans? Jeans? Because she's attractive? And she is. I can see why men like her. She has a really cute face and a nice body. But personally, my favorite thing about Sydney Sweeney is that she's a Nazi. Did they mean to include a bunch of Nazi dog whistles in this? How the f did she agree to this? Actual Nazi ad. The only way Sydney Sweeney would be okay with doing an ad like this is if she was a Nazi.
This is Nazi shit.
What the fuck?
About the ad that is being racist.
Some of you guys might be too young to remember, but back in the day when an ugly girl was jealous of a pretty girl, she would simply call her a whore. But that's a good thing now, so we have to call her racist. I am going to be completely honest, I have no idea what movies Sydney Sweeney is in. All I know, she is a very popular celebrity, and I always see discourse on Twitter about her
I haven't
being
even heard of her before.
mid.
Haven't even heard
What
of
is
her
wrong
before.
with you people? Who is not mid nowadays? I saw Anne Hathaway get called mid the other day.
Anne Hathaway? Mid? What? Anne Hathaway, for her age, still looks 30 years younger. Fuck off! Leave Anne Hathaway out of this!
Anne Hathaway. If these women are mid, I'm like a sub-zero. I'm like a -2. I am like a horseshoe crab on the bottom of the ocean.
Anne
Horseshoe crabs are
Hathaway,
big.
you can't fucking call her
445
mid.
million
She's a
years,
queen.
No evolution. That's me. Millions of years on YouTube, no evolution. Sydney Sweeney has
National
like a fun,
treasure,
bubbly
exactly.
personality. She seems like she enjoys being feminine, and it seems like she doesn't hate men, which is a big plus. She really plays into the like, I'm a hot blonde bombshell, I have big titties thing, which, are we back to liking titties as a society? Didn't Kim Kardashian deflate her ass recently? That's how
Deflate her ass?
was over. The fall of Kim Kardashian's ass and the rise of Sydney Sweeney. Besides, ass, titties, No, I don't objectify women. I respect women, okay? The only thing that matters to me is a woman's mind.
Universal treasure. There you go. That's a good
What is
take.
like
I
the
like that.
male body equivalent to this debate? Abs or arms? Personally, I love a good forearm. I love a good, nice, thick, manly wrist. And you know what looks great?
You know, I'm gonna disagree with that. The thing that is great is a gut. Because when you cuddle a gut, it's like another fucking pillow. I love a gut. I'm a gut bitch.
On a wrist, a watch. Which brings us to today's sponsor, Holtzkern. So let's quickly give them an Austrian material. Holtzkern's product, each item, a flower to best with it from from a moon. Since they're all New Year warm to 9, so discount for their free sales. Discount on your first purchase. Just check
Beer belly.
Big thank you to Holtzkern for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get back to it. My jeans are brown.
What? The fuck did she say it like that?
Sounds like I shit my pants.
The worst rage over Sydney Sweeney's ad has gone from, well, bad to worse.
Some people have taken issue with the phrase great genes being used over images of a blonde, blue-eyed woman.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican...
Trump talked about her? Trump talked about her? What?
I think her ad is fantastic. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody.
TikTok and...
What? What? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Twitter absolutely blew up with thousands and thousands of people calling this ad fascist propaganda. Yes, they literally took the jeans and jeans pun to be some kind of Nazi.
Do you have room up there?
Because Sydney Sweeney is
no, you want to just go to Australia? Not
which apparently
Australia.
has been an extinct species for so long. And
You want to go to Alaska with me? We could just run away to Alaska. I don't want to be in my country.
Advertisement that when people saw this, they got scared and thought they saw the ghost of Hitler. Is Sydney Sweeney a Nazi? No. But do these people kind of have a point about this ad? Also no. They are unwell. But let's hear them out. Let's watch some of these TikToks. Let's listen to them. Listen to their points. We're not gonna be mean. We're not gonna own the libs, okay? We are going to hear them out.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it.
That's Nazi propaganda. Holy 2014 Tumblr. What the f? Out here looking like she walked straight out of a Stone Toss comic. Looking like you're going on the thumbnail of this video. Listen, if your bangs end in the middle of your forehead, you don't have to tell me your political opinions. I know them. I can tell. Okay, sorry. I got it out of my system. Let's continue.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
So this commercial was apparently a reference to an old Brooke Shields commercial from the 80s.
The secret of life lies hidden in a genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species. Which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Oh my god, she turns into a swastika. She was like 14 in that ad, by the way. Really creepy. So at least Sydney Sweeney is of legal age. 14 is actually pretty old for Brooke Shields if you know her history and her lore. If anything, that is the most f***ed up thing about this Sydney Sweeney ad, referencing an old ad of a child star who was abused by Hollywood. But yeah, it was a callback to an old commercial. And Sydney Sweeney is the current day hot celebrity, so they chose to do it with her. They unfortunately failed to consider the fact that in current year, white people are not allowed to say that they have good genes because that is Nazi propaganda.
A blonde-haired,
But she gotta say it, propaganda.
Is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster.
A white, blonde, blue-eyed, Hitler's wet dream talking about how much she loves her genetics. It's not just giving you genetics.
Are they fucking okay? What is wrong with people on TikTok? Oh my god! this?
Next, it's giving male fantasy.
I like how eugenics and being attractive to men are like equally terrible things to these people.
Sydney Sweeney's jeans ad is giving ethnic state propaganda. It is giving.
And this bitch, I'm saying this bitch. This bitch is red-haired, green eyes. So, some people have brown hair, brown eyes because she's blonde, blue-eyed, and says she has good genes. You dumb bitch. If she has red hair and green eyes, that means that she have no soul? Does this bitch have no soul? Oh, no soul. Oh, poor thing.
Dystopian. It is giving 1940s Germany.
Why do they all speak the same? Why do they all do the same shit? They all say the same shit. It's giving. It's giving.
Put a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, fair-skinned woman in an ad and say she has good genes. I don't know if I can say this, but it's... literally giving Nazi propaganda.
It's giving. Also, the flesh-colored microphone? Why? It's giving dick, okay? It's giving penis. It's giving cock.
My mic turned off. I got that angry. I was that pissed off. My mic muted myself. Anyway, like I was saying, blue eyes. I love people with blue eyes. Blue eyes are that makes me melt. She has blue eyes. She's blonde, dirty blonde, not blonde blonde. She's dirty blonde, I'd say. She's fair skinned. She's very pale. She has jeans that fit her and fit her well. And she is a model she's pretty. She's pretty. And they're like, it's giving Nazi propaganda. It's giving, like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. I'm happy I'm watching this now because this is... No! These dumb bitches.
Can't believe I actually have to explain this, but there is a reason that they picked a girl named Sydney Sweeney for this ad, and it's not just her blonde hair and her blue eyes.
What is it? Tell me.
Is laying with her German Shepherd dog in this shoe. Her name is Sydney Sweeney, so her initials are SS. They intentionally included her German Shepherd dog in the photo shoot.
Oh
okay.
My god.
Like,
take your meds. Meds. Her name is...
I'm with you. Wait, Shoe, wait, I got you. I'm making a TikTok later. I'm gonna tell these fucking bitches, take your shit. Take them. God.
Sydney Sweeney. Her initials are SS, like the Nazis. The dog's a German Shepherd. German, like the Nazis. Are they putting crack in birth control nowadays? What is going on? She is a hot woman. She is a hot woman because of the way she looks.
Yep.
She looks the way she looks because of genetics.
Yep.
She has great genes. That is how a normal person sees it. She's blonde and has blue eyes and her initials are SS and she has a German Shepherd. Is how a schizophrenic, politically brain-rotted person sees it.
Hi, thanks for calling American Eagle. This is Jess. How can I help today?
Is some fucking bitch an American Eagle? Oh, wait, I want to see what she says. What'd she say?
Marketing student and was wondering if I could speak to someone who could maybe give me some insight as to what estimated return on investment there has to be willing to use white supremacy and eugenics as your marketing campaign.
Take your damn meds, TikTok, fuck! Oh!
On a marketing campaign?
Harassing some poor worker. Doesn't even fucking speak English. Has to do with the commercial. These people are sick.
Yes, I recently saw American Eagle's
You see this? Did you see this lady? Yes. Yes, I recently seen the ad with American Eagle where you had her, this Sydney Sweeney, and she's blonde hair, blue eyes, and has great jeans. Her initials are SS, and you had her German Shepherd in the photo shoot. Like, what the hell? Like, fuck off.
eugenics marketing campaign where they used that white blonde girl and talked about how good her genes were in a time where racism is rampant in the U.S.
I see.
Oh, what is happening to the world? Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is why I only watch you. The fucking. This is why I only watch YouTube anymore. I've deleted Insta, Facebook, and TikTok because people crazy. Right, Tyler? Right? Fuck. They're just pissed that their boyfriends rates Sydney Sweeney a 10 and they're an 8. Bruh. I didn't even know who Sydney Sweeney was, and just based on Shue's video, I'm a fan of Sydney. I am a fan of her now. I don't know her. I don't know what she does, but from this video, I'm a fan.
Thank you for taking time to share your feedback.
Why are you bothering this random ass Filipino woman with your West Wing ass TED talk?
Exactly.
Okay, so there's no way to, as a student, I can't learn about when eugenics.
I'm wondering what her thought process was when she fucking uploaded this to TikTok and was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so good. People are gonna love this. This is gonna get me so famous." Bitch is gonna get you canceled. She's in that TV. Oh, I've never seen that TV show. That's probably why. But now, because of this video, because of ShoeOnHead's video, I'm gonna watch that. That's good. I'm watching that tonight. I know what I was gonna watch Mom tonight, which is another TV show. But I'm gonna watch that instead. I'm watching that tonight.
Mix makes sense in marketing. No one on the marketing team can talk to me about that.
Just hang up.
I miss like 50 years ago when these people would just be serial killers instead of doing whatever the fuck this is. She's even got other celebrities seething.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Haha, she did a dumb redneck voice, get it? Because all white people are dumb inbred hicks. Good one, Doja. Hey, by the way, why are you pandering to the same exact people who got your ass canceled for wearing a Sam Hyde shirt once? They all think you're racist too, girl, but nice try. Hope they see this.
Doja Cat is making fun of Sydney Sweeney's ad only because she realized after all those years of her kissing up to white supremacists, they're never going to accept her because she's a half-black woman. Wearing the Sam Hyde shirt, you dating all these white supremacists. So make fun of the ad all you want, but we'll never forget you rolling around in those chat rooms showing white supremacists your feet so they can make fun of your black ass.
Oh, they did see it, and they still hate you.
Weird adverts aside about how the best genes are characterized in a conventionally attractive white, blonde, blue-eyed woman. Not true. I mean, look at me. Within 5 years, or as soon as she shows any sign of aging, that's it. The moment she becomes visibly over 25.
Enjoy the ride now, babe, before you get too old and ugly and hit the wall. But wokely. This is just something I've noticed in the decade of criticizing feminism on the internet. Male feminists are the most misogynistic, sexist freaks ever when they finally have an acceptable, approved target to go after. God forbid you are a woman with the incorrect opinion, because hell hath no fury like a male feminist replying to you.
A strawberry blonde, blue-eyed woman marketing having great genes. This is just a whole fucking eugenics.
So my question is, if they got a Latin model, a Latin actress to do this ad, would people not say shit? Would there not be issues with that? Would there not be problems? Hello? Just because she was picked for this doesn't mean shit. Like, what the fuck?
Campaign, and I, for one, would like to throw myself off a balcony.
Do it. Do a backflip. Live stream it. Also, these people just straight up don't know what the eupgenics movement is. Talking about genetics is not...
In their mind, no, but in reality, yes,
Sydney
exactly.
Sweeney did not say she had the best genes or superior genes, or that other people had bad, inferior genes. Someone even made it like a fake ad, like, Beyonce has better genes, and it's like...
What?
Why'd you pick the picture where she has like a blonde wig on?
Yeah.
This campaign is poking at women's greatest and most tender insecurity under the patriarchy, which is desirability and the beauty standard. It affects not only non-white women, even though this is clearly white supremacist, Aryan race propaganda.
I swear to fuck, this is like... Every nationality is gonna complain if their nationality is not involved in something public. Did I say that right? Probably not. Do I care? No. Like, people, like, they're gonna complain. Like, if Sydney's doing this, like, they're gonna be like, oh, well, if it was an African-American lady or a Latina lady or an Asian lady, like, they'd have different, they would not be saying this kind of shit, but because Sydney is blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and fair-skinned, it's Nazi propaganda. Like, it's actual makeup. Oh my god! Like, people are that. We live in a society now. I feel like I'm turning into a political channel right now. For today, this is what we're doing. Like, people nowadays, like, it's gotten worse over the years, but now it's gotten, like, in media, if you're not pandering to certain nationalities, you're racist. If you're not, if you're only pandering to one nationality, that nationality is regarding Nazism. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I don't understand it. Like, why is the world so fucked up now that this is our thought process with shit? Like, I really don't get it. And if that makes me sound bad, sure. Hell yeah. Make me sound bad. But, like, it's, oh my god. I really don't get it. I really don't.
Yes, but it also adversely affects the majority of white women who do not naturally have blonde hair and blue eyes. Because yes, even the women who can achieve this look have to do it through artificial means in one way or another.
If the actress, or if they had an actress or anyone who had ginger hair, green eyes, fair skin, and freckles. As I'm speaking for myself here. Because I have freckles and I have red hair. If the model was red-haired, green-eyed, fair-skinned, I'm pale too. Like, what would they be saying? Like, oh, it's to do. They would no. I know exactly what they would refer it to. They would go into religion with it because people with red hair, genetically have no souls. So they'd be like, oh, it's to do with the devil. They're worshiping the devil, having a red head, doing this ad. Like that, like, it's giving devil. It's giving worshiping the devil. Like, the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? They would do the South Park bit. Yes.
Majority of white women are not naturally blonde, and of course lots
No
of white
shit,
women are also insecure about
bitch!
having brown eyes. So that's a whole generation of young white women who are being further propagandized to purchase blonde hair dye and contacts for the rest of all time.
Okay, what? Are attractive women just not allowed to model anymore because, like,
Yeah.
God forbid it makes some other women insecure? And
Yeah,
as someone with
she
brown
doubled
eyes,
eyes for you.
I've never once felt insecure about having brown eyes. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into hyperborea, but I've seen myself photoshopped with blue eyes. Horrifying. So we've gone from Nazi
That was
propaganda to
horrifying. I will agree
genocide
with
to
her.
racism to now poor little girls are gonna feel insecure because they don't have blue eyes like Sydney Sweeney.
Another thing about the Sydney
And that was another thing that, as soon as she said it, that's referring to the, I'm going back to the Disney movies here, when they're trying to be all-inclusive with all nationalities, so it panders to everybody. Like, it's the same thing. They were doing it with Disney movies, some Disney remakes, and now they're doing it with people with fucking modeling ads. Like, I'm gonna need some fucking wine after this. Oh my god.
beauty standard that is very important to note is that big boobs are a hallmark of what conservative men are attracted to. At the end of the early 2000s, and
Some
through the
conservative
2010s,
men
we
like
become
little
a more
boobs too,
progressive
bitch!
society, and so we also naturally progress to be a more ass-centric society.
In the 2000s, we were becoming more progressive, so we started objectifying women's butts. What? The communist
What?
utopia will be ass-centric, apparently. I didn't know the ass first thing was political. How does she know conservatives are all boob men? Conservatives in the audience, are you a boob?
Hello? What the fuck was that? I dropped my ring. Where'd my ring go? Oh, I got it.
Boobs or butt guy? What political affiliation are the feet men? Libertarian.
That was Meat Sleep being a smarty pants, apparently.
Listen, they can try to disguise it with their little intersectionality buzzwords all they want, but at the end of the day, women just want a socially acceptable reason to hate other women.
Apparently.
That's it.
Good genes passed on to offspring? That American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is literally overt eugenics. I know you don't want to hear this, but if you want to talk about how that ad is promoting eugenics, which it absolutely is,
I want to gouge my fucking eyes out watching this video right now. Like, not Shoe's video in a whole, but this specific one that we're seeing on the screen right now. I want to gouge my eyes out. I want to gouge my eyes out. With a spoon. What the fuck is this? I'm gonna go before I get too bad to sleep. Good night, Blake.
also have to talk about how choosing not to wear a mask when you can during an ongoing pandemic because you're okay with a certain subset of people, primarily disabled people of color, dying for your own comfort is also eugenics.
Shoe's face right now is the face I'm making IRL. Looks like your Minecraft house.
1 second. (2025) We are talking about wearing masks for COVID in 2025. I like
It's
how she woke scolded
2025,
the other
bro.
woke scolds for not woke scolding about her particular pet issue. COVID broke the brains of so many of these people, man. It's because when the
Honestly.
world was just a giant, safe HR longhouse where it was socially acceptable for them to be moral busybodies and never leave their home. It was like the closest to their lib shit utopia that we have ever gotten, and they miss it.
I remember growing up in
Who
a
gave
predominantly
Karen's
white
access to the
community,
internet?
wishing myself out of this body, out of this.
You lack discipline.
Says the blonde-haired, blue-eyed man. It meets Nazi propaganda, apparently.
culture growing up in
This to their lib shit utopia that we have ever gotten, and they miss it.
I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting.
Listen, I'm sorry that happened to you, but we live in a predominantly white country. If you go to another country, there will be a different beauty standard. If you go to the country of your ancestors, there will be a different beauty standard, and maybe it will look more like you. But again, she didn't say her genes were better or the best, and it's not like all the hot popular celebrities look like Sydney Sweeney. Look at Anna de Armas.
Now what? Brother, what a way to run a railroad. Now, as I was saying...
Look at Zendaya. They don't look anything like...
Did Shu just call Zendaya? I had to mute myself. I just had a coughing fit.
Sydney Sweeney, and they are known as very beautiful around Hollywood. This is why corporations in the media think in order to pander to the female gaze, everything has to be like average and frumpy and ugly, because women can't stop fucking projecting their insecurities. Not every character in a movie or a video game has to look like you. Not everyone in an ad.
I'm such a lucky boy. I can't wait to go home.
Are you done, sir?
Has to look like you. Hell, the only time I see people who look like me is when I turn on the live-action Grinch movie. You notice men
No, it was the American Eagle.
They usually go like, wow,
one.
that man
The
is strong.
jeans.
I don't look like that. I'm gonna go to the gym. And women are like, wow, that woman is thin. I don't look like that. I'm gonna go complain.
What to make Sydney Sweeney's jeans better? Like, why did you get that joke? All us woke people are saying is that it's just a little bit weird to directly reference European jeans as better.
Again, she never said that her jeans were better. You are
She
making
really
it
didn't.
up.
Now, when you think of
She
the
didn't say that.
all-American girl, like the standard of like American beauty, you probably think blonde hair, blue eyes, white girl, right? You're not supposed to think that way.
You're not supposed to think that way, guys. That's double plus ungood.
That's ingrained in you because of negative things that have been pushed on you by society.
When you think about the all-American woman, you should be thinking about an obese, transgender, disabled woman or something. What would be an acceptable vision of the American woman for this person?
That's my question. Like if they're complaining about her Sydney now, like what's their idea? Who do they want for these ads? ShoeOnHead is just a podcast version of Tom. Oh my god. But really though, like what's their idea? Like is it Beyonce? Beyonce does so many ads. She does so many ads. She can't do them all. Leave some for other people. Like leave some for some other people. Is my question.
It's insane she's saying that we think Sydney Sweeney is hot because of negative things that have been pushed on us by society. No, bitch, we have eyes. And just because she is attractive does not mean you are also not attractive. Look at your full lips. That is a standard of beauty I'll never live up to. That's okay.
Oh yeah.
I
wonder if Taylor Swift did the same ad that Sydney did.
That are beautiful and
people
unique
would
about
be
you,
saying the same
regardless
shit.
if Sydney Sweeney is held up as the American beauty standard. These are lessons your mother should have taught you.
Yeah.
Not a YouTuber. Sydney
True.
Sweeney's ad shows a cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Boo! A white woman. Oh, the author is white. I hate these people.
was good. Did you guys get scared by the white lady?
Man, shut up. Shut up. It's one thing when it's like a non-white person talking about how white people suck. It's like, okay, you're just racist. But when it's a white person talking about white people suck, you need to be ground up into a pulp and fed to livestock. You would honestly be more useful that way. Ants are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. Popular American culture is, indisputably, becoming more puritanical and more conservative. Puritanical? The focus of the ad was her tits and ass. This is not at all a conservative, puritanical ad. Have you seen what the puritanical right thinks of Sydney Sweeney? They think she's a whore, okay? They think she's a whore. The backlash has been swift and fierce, and some of it, at least if you ask me, is fair. The internet has been quick to condemn the advertisement as non-inclusive at best. Non-inclusive? Why the f does everything have to be inclusive?
That's my thing. Why in this day and age, it's probably because we're in this time, day, and age, why does every little fucking thing have to be inclusive? Like, why?
With one fucking person in it. Sweeney exudes a source of vintage sexiness that caters to the male gaze. She embodies the near mythological girl next door beautiful but low maintenance sexy femininity that dominated the media in the 1990s and early 2000s. Oh wow, that sounds great. You're telling me that's fascism? Waiter, more fascism please. What the f? It's just so funny.
Literally.
Like, the left is currently losing their mind about how like they need to get young men to vote for Democrats again, and here they are like, blondes with big these are fascism. Listen, the alt-right pipeline does not start with the American Eagle ad. It starts with you. What are you doing? This is not at all a conservative far-right ad. It's just a normal ad that would have ran like 15 years ago. But I guess that's what being far-right is nowadays. Being normal from 15 years ago. I love this random part of the article though. Young women are being radicalized through so-called clean skincare and healthy eating. So fascism is hot people eating healthy and having clean skin. Goebbels himself could not make better propaganda. Literally, as I am editing this video, the New York Times comes out with this opinion piece, Why the Right is Obsessed with Thinness. I would really, really appreciate if people stopped equating health and beauty to fascism, because if health and beauty are fascism, what is unhealthiness and ugliness? Unfortunately, a big part of socially progressive ideology is dismantling hierarchies and norms, and challenging what society sees as conventional, traditional, and beautiful. A really good example of this was those statues that were put up like all over different cities of like a frumpy woman in leggings. And the artist says like the purpose of these was to like challenge conventional beauty standards. And it's like, imagine looking like one of these women and then hearing like, oh yeah, this was put up to challenge beauty. Like, what do you mean by that? Remember the whole body positivity movement like 10 years ago? Remember like all the fat influencers? Remember when every single ad was like this ad, for example? Calvin Klein's latest underwear campaign is breaking big boundaries. Big boundaries? Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean by that? While fashion is starting to seriously consider creating more inclusive environment for consumers, there is still a huge mountain to climb before it is truly considered diverse. Huge mountain? No, that's just mean. And that's why Calvin Klein, probably the most famous name associated with underwear, just launched a groundbreaking campaign. Groundbreaking? Oh, come on now. The campaign is all about feeling free to express yourself, being uninhibited, and being provocative.
How the hell are you gonna love somebody else?
The norms we see on a regular basis.
I love Rue.
See? Challenging norms. It's all about challenging norms. This reminds me of that protein world controversy from 2015. Old heads will remember. I wrote an article about it for the Libertarian Republic. Wow, that was a long time ago. But anyway, a billboard with this ad for a protein powder supplement was put up and people lost their fucking minds. They vandalized it, they threatened to get a bunch of the employees fired, they threatened to go where the company was located with hammers, all because they committed the great crime of body shaming by daring to have a thin, attractive woman on their ad. This ad made other companies come out with their own like little virtue signaling things like passive aggressive, like everybody is ready. Like every fashion magazine, every beauty magazine was pumping this out the time, just fat, 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 fat. The rise of like Tess Holiday and the hashtag F your beauty standards. Oh my god. You could not escape this. Also suspiciously, body positivity only seemed to mean obese women. But yes, everywhere you looked, it was like fat, 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 and everyone was like, yes, queen. Well, now we live in Ozempic world, and the fat acceptance movement seems to have died. Like many of the fat influencers, unfortunately. And these same fat people are like crashing out about the Sydney
I shouldn't laugh. No. Oh my god. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Sweeney ad because they really do feel like all the work they have done to like socially engineer people's behavior and preferences has been just like destroyed overnight. Who would win? Decades of propaganda? One big booby girl. I wrote in the old article, I can't say I'm too surprised at the backlash towards this model's body. We are living in a world where instead of striving to better ourselves and live a healthy lifestyle, praising obesity and unattractiveness is becoming the norm. Well, ShoeOnHead from 10 years ago, you will be happy to hear that it seems like it's no longer the norm. Because apparently not just American Eagle, but like Dunkin' Donuts and Arby's are using hot people in their ads again. Is the culture truly healing, or are we about to go into a deep financial recession? Questions we should be asking. Angry Reddit freaks also doxed Sydney, looking through her voting records and found out she's a registered Republican. One of the most common things I saw about this were how, like, all the women getting mad about Sydney Sweeney were ugly, and I don't think that's true. There were some, like, pretty people in there. But it got onto this topic that I see all the time, and that is, why are liberal women so ugly? Leftists are ugly, conservatives are hot, which is not true, by the way. I was at January 6th, okay? But for the most part, stereotypes exist for a reason, right? Conservatives are, well, conservative with the way that they present themselves. They tend to follow norms and beauty standards, which is why, for example, the media called Hassan a, quote, progressive in a MAGA body. And how so many women on dating apps nowadays are looking for a man who votes Democrat but looks like a Republican. Everyone is aware of the stereotypes. And with leftists, you know the stereotype, like the overweight, blue hair, nose ring. They're not all ugly, of course, but many purposely make themselves look ugly. Because being ugly is saying f you to the man. Marcel Duchamp's art piece, Fountain, which was literally just a urinal, was a f you to art institutions and classical ideas of beauty. Those f-ass ugly concrete block brutalist buildings are another example. Brutalism emerged after World War II as a post-war modernist style, in part created as a f you to the classical architecture celebrated by, drumroll, the Nazis. Now think of those concrete buildings and the urinal and apply it to broader society. Basically, the blue hair and nose ring is a f you to, well, Sydney Sweeney. Hitler existed, so now everything has to be fat and ugly. Sorry. I don't know why so many on the left want to give the concept of beauty and health to the right, but it is not a winning strategy. Listen, I just want everyone's basic needs met, alright? I don't want people going in debt if they get into a car accident, or be homeless, or get sent to foreign wars. I didn't sign up for this stupid shit. It is funny though how like every time Sydney Sweeney is on camera, there's like a right-wing article like, woke is dead. Wokeness is no match for Sydney Sweeney's undeniable beauty. Are Sydney Sweeney's breasts
Literally,
double D
this is all
outrageous
because
of
of
the
a
death
fucking
of
jeans
woke?
ad.
Was that girl right about conservatives being boob guys? She might have been right after all. Honestly, this doesn't really make sense because, like, the left are the ones trying to normalize porn and, like, OnlyFans culture and stuff like that. If anything, there is too much boobs everywhere. We need to calm down a bit. But when it comes to Sydney's, like, classical bombshell beauty, like, I kind of get where they're coming from. Sydney Sweeney is a hot white woman who does not mind catering to the male gaze after we had a decade of hearing about how the male gaze is bad and toxic. A decade of hearing about how white people are bad and toxic. A decade of ugly, angry, fat androgyny seeping its way into everything and anything. When people say Sydney Sweeney is anti-woke, I don't even think they mean politically. I think they just mean like Sydney Sweeney is like looking into a time portal back to 1992. A time when porn addiction wasn't such a big issue. Every woman didn't show her hole online for $5. Hookup apps didn't exist. It's like a bunch of millennials and zoomers are longing for a time they never experienced. But yes, this is a cultural shift, but not necessarily a conservative one. Just a return to like normalcy, a return to normal Americana consumerism. In 2065, conservatives are gonna be like posting people twerking like, return! These same TikTok freaks who are attacking Sydney Sweeney have been sounding the alarm about this cultural shift for some time now. And we see a bunch of celebrities embracing like looking normal and healthy again. Like Demi Lovato is a perfect example of this. She was an obese, short hair, walking stereotype, crying about a frozen yogurt place, daring to sell sugar-free frozen yogurt.
I walked in, was so triggered that I left without froyo.
To now being skinny and healthy and married, and even making a TikTok dancing happily in that same frozen yogurt place.
The singer returning to the scene of the crime Wednesday, poking fun at herself on her socials.
That's part of the reason these people are freaking out and saying like fascist aesthetics, because they know
Let's
the
see what we
chokehold
can
they have
complain
had
about.
on culture is losing its
Literally.
grip. Inshallah.
Literally.
Once Sam Smith goes back to being normal, that's when I know the culture is healing. Thankfully, American Eagle did not bend the knee and did not apologize to the horde. In
Good.
fact, they doubled down. Sydney
Good.
Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes.
Yep.
Her genes, her story. Wait a minute. Her genes, her story. HH. Uh-oh. Now, I can sit here and say the obvious, like, these corporations just want to pander to you, they just want to sell you like, yeah, obviously. But have you considered, it's good when corporation pander to me, personally? I just realized so much of American political discourse is, like, around f***ing corporations and ads. The Gillette commercial, Bud Light, Protein World. There are so many examples, like, it's just crazy how so much of our politics revolves around consuming things. I will buy blue team product. I will buy red team product. Bleak. In conclusion, we are tired of ugly. There's hot people in ads again. The white woman is back, baby. Let's go. 500 trillion more to Israel. Nobody can afford a fucking house. World is run by pedophiles, but woke is dead, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. So if you like this video, please subscribe and maybe donate to me on Patreon. Link down below. All
Oh my
Patreon
God.
members get the uncensored version of every single video a day early. So you get to hear all the fucks and shits uncensored. If you can't or don't want to do that, there's also a little tip jar down below. You can leave a little tip and I will give it a little heart. It helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video.
Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna pee because I really need to pee really bad. I will be 2 shakes of a lamb chop. Okay, I'm back. This one.
Hello, friend.
I didn't want to click it. I wanted to open up a new tab. Fuck. There we go.
Hello, friends. I have once again decided to take a break from my mental health to return to YouTube. And I missed you all very much. So much so I have decided to dedicate this entire video to you. That's right, we are once again reading your comments. God help us all. Now, the last time I did this, my mom texted me, and she was like, why do you never read nice comments? Why do you always read hate comments? So I really thought about it, and you know what? She's right. So we won't just be reading hate comments today. We will also be reading simp comments.
Oh,
But there's a
God.
catch. I will not just be reading hate and simp comments, but I will be doing it high off my ass This video was going to be made on April 20th like the other 420 videos, but I moved it because I actually got a sponsor directly related to this video topic. You're not gonna believe it. Today's sponsor is Vance Global. Vance Global specializes in providing high-quality Delta 8 products, and running all these material aid. Click use. Thank you. Let's get it. I feel fine. I feel good. I feel normal. Does this look like a person under the influence of substances?
Yes.
Mommy Shoe. Off to a great start. ShoeOnHead, mommy, give me cuddles. I hate you. Mommy Shoe, please step on me.
Why is it always mommy?
Blushes deeply. Mommy, so help me God, I will smack that emoji off of your face. You are a grown-ass man. Go do your taxes. Raw, mommy, woof, waff, mow, gorge.
Oh my god.
What are you saying? Are you a socialist? Because I'd like us to share our means of production, lol. Hey girl, are you a communist? Because I want to share the means of reproduction with you. Are you a socialist? Because I want to share my means of production with you. Wow guys, it's even funnier the 100th time. This is the best
So
channel to
original.
watch when you're constipated. I watched this while taking a shit. Why are so many people watching my videos on the toilet? Stop. If you are pooping right now, stop. I do not care if you're mid-shit. Suck it back up. SJW. Conservative looking ass. Shut up, liberal. Shut up, Nazi. A day in the life of me. Every unstable lunatic I've ever come across seems to follow this channel. I like your program, but I have a question. What would you do if you grew to the size of a 20-story building? Would you crush people with your feet? I sometimes imagine being swallowed whole by ShoeOnHead. I bet her tummy is warm and comfortable inside. Ooh woo. What do I?
Ew! What?
do you say to this, my love? Hello? $25 per foot?
Per
You will
foot?
date me, you will date me, you will date me, you will date me, you will. Not a simp, but oh, you know something terrible's coming. I would kill my whole family and dog for a single sniff of it. Not a simp. Not a simp, just a normal guy. You are adorable.
Oh.
Aw, thank you. I hope you find the Lord Jesus before literal hell is released upon the world. And sometimes I fantasize about Shue coming home drunk and beating me until I feel numb. She kicks me in the ribs until I can hardly breathe. Then she starts to cry.
People
and
actually type
apologizes,
this shit.
begging me to forgive her. She holds me all night as I gently cry into her t-shirt. Please help. Is there any hope for me? No, there is not. Go to therapy. ShoeOnHead, please chop me up and put me in soup. Keep eye contact the whole time. ShoeOnHead, please stomp my head and pull my hair. June, please stomp my skull. Like, genuinely get a nail gun and demolish my spine. I want you to ruin my credit. Absolutely would love it if you snapped my neck like a twig. Why are they always so violent? If I kill you, will you insult me? No, idiot. I'm a black separatist, radical anarcho-communist, but I would let Shue call me the N-word hard R.
Yeah, that brother's starving. Yes, sir, brother.
I wish Shue wasn't such a fascist dipshit. I would give her a taste of my girl dick. Ah yes, sexual harassment, but woke. My favorite. Why does this look like Shue? What the fuck? Oh! I hate y'all. I haven't watched this channel in a while and it's refreshing to see that it hasn't improved. Shue's jokes fall flatter than her chest. You know what? Video's over. Video's over. We haven't done that joke in a few months. Honestly, you look like you weren't hardcore enough to work at Hot Topics.
Challenge was already over before it started. Exactly.
She looks very pretty. Shame about that mustache, though. You guys would tell me if I had a mustache, right? Right? God, your face looks absolutely terrifying sometimes. Like, actually kinda like a serial killer or something. Also, keep up the great work. Love your content. Thanks, buddy. In what world is June ugly? Aw, thank you. Unless they mean on the inside, in which case, she is a gremlin. She's cute, but if you don't think she's cute, then you're a trans. Everyone who doesn't think I'm cute is trans. She looks creepy. She looks like iCarly female protagonists accidentally flushed themselves down the toilet because they could not let go of the string.
Huh?
I miss when people just called you ugly. Lol, I think you're hot, but you might have too many teeth. Bless.
Have her wash her
Too
fake
many
make
teeth.
kit on her face and remove her pink wig ought to look average. This communist e-girl
Ugly
is
as
way
a sin.
funnier
Keep
than
it
Crowder. Subscribed. The bar is in hell. She's like Boxy, but racist. Okay, so first of all, leave Boxy out of this, okay? She's living her life. Also, everyone's always saying I'm racist, okay? Ask my black friends. They'll tell you I'm racist. Her videos are so good until you get on your usual commie shit. I always find myself nodding and laughing in agreement with Shue until she goes full reactionary as always. The commie shit in question is like, people should have their basic necessities met, and the reactionary shit in question is like, don't diddle kids. One funny thing about YouTube comments for me is that I could say that I love sucking dick and no one will ever find out because they are too busy looking at the top comments. I'm a genius. Oops. I hope if June sees this, she knows she can step on my
I'll play
nards
Pokemon
any
Minecraft
day
later.
of the week. Also, she
Bye,
please
Ribbon.
read some marks.
Have
or
fun.
touch grass. Okay, no, I will not step on your nards. Nor will I ever read a book or touch
Oh my
grass.
God.
Cool video, gay Brett Cooper. She looks like Penguinzo and Belle Delphine had a baby. Yeah, I've heard this one a billion times. But she's neither hot nor funny. Damn. Mamma Mia, I cooked a pizza, had a Okay, so it's cool if you're racist against Italians, but if I say I'm the bad guy, I could turn her into a Hillary Clinton supporting free trade globalist. I could fix her. That sounds terrible. I could fix her. That's awful. I would let you ride my dick and preach the evils of capitalism all night long. Average libertarian. I'm allergic to simps. Shue, you need to lose the side bangs. They are so 2010. Is this what you want? Huh? Be careful what you wish for.
Oh my
You're
God.
31.
Yeah, she did.
Looking okay.
Yes, she
Low-key
did.
Weird hearing a 31-year-old woman say Riz. For real, that Zaza be bussin'. I completely understand if you want to unsubscribe. I've seen her OnlyFans. Is she an adult? Doesn't look like it. There are multiple things wrong. I don't know whose OnlyFans you saw, but also why did you look if that was the case? She's Jimmy Dore or Dave Rubin with better tits. Not even like Dave Rubin with tits. Better tits. Your canine teeth. Are they saying I have dog teeth? I feel like if I had dog teeth, I would have way more women hitting on me. Hey, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I find you really attractive and I want to be your sugar mom. Pay you $2,500 weekly. Alright, guess I have dog teeth. I don't even get sugar daddy proposals, and I'm getting sugar mommy proposals? Woof, 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 bark, bark, bark. Mommy, mommy, give me milkies. I'm a woman, so it's okay if I simp. Is it?
What?
Is it okay?
Is it really?
Face goes here. Could you imagine a dude taking a photo of his crotch and going ShoeOnHead's face goes here? It is not okay just because you are a woman.
No.
You are not getting away with this. I want to live in her shower drain and eat her shit in hair. Remember when men would like give women flowers? Now we got this. Not to simp or anything, Shue, but marry me. No, I will not marry you. I got $10. Well, in that case, hey, Shue, you need to marry me? No, I will not marry you. I'm a Nazi. Well, in that case, oh my god, she's so funny and cute. Please marry me. For the last time, no, I will not marry, even though I'm 15. Well, wait, no. Trying to figure out ShoeOnHead's ideology, because from what I understand, she wants to be a trad wife who likes tariffs, but also wants to limit immigration and close borders, but also is a literal socialist? I don't understand. I can't fit this person into a little box. She has a bunch of different opinions. Is she left-wing or right-wing? Hell! Also, you basically just described Bernie in 2016. Like, can we relax a little? All her videos are basically her hating the establishment at this point. Mussolini hated the establishment too. Have you ever seen ShoeOnHead and Mussolini in the same room? Just saying. I look George W. Bush. I did not have sexual relations. Oh wait, that's Clinton. What did Bush do? 9/11. Oh, it's hit me. Oh, the Lord, oh, the good Lord is going down on me. Do you agree with Nazism? Do you adore Hitler? Do you love anti-Semitism? This sounds like a commercial.
Do you agree with Nazism? Do you adore Hitler? Do you love anti-Semitism? Come on down to ShoeOnHead's garage. Okay, so I have this pixie cut wig, and so I made the terrible mistake of posting a picture of it online.
Ooh.
And well, oh my god, it's Rachel Maddow. That Germa? Hunter Avalon? Okay, come on, this one is just up. Didn't know you like Homestuck and went to DashCon. Alright, confession time. I actually did like Homestuck. And when I say I liked Homestuck, I had the troll horns, you guys. I had Vriska troll horns. And before you're like, Shoo, we were all cringy teenagers once. I was 21. I was a 21-ass-year-old woman. ShoeOnHead is the greatest example of pretty privilege I have ever witnessed. What? Pretty privilege? Ugly people, the most oppressed class. Honestly, that is what leftism is nowadays. Oh, that's rude. That's rude. I don't want to say things like that. I love the left. Just lying. Just telling lies. Just telling big fucking lies. She only gets away with the dumbass shit she says because she is conventionally attractive. If some guy or some less conventionally attractive woman said the thing she said, she'd automatically be booted from the left. Okay, first of all, what do you mean get away with? Getting away with having opinions?
You can't keep getting away with it!
Shoo isn't fash. She just so happens to draw a large crowd of fascists into her following who seem perfectly happy to coexist with supposed leftists. Yeah, sorry, but fascists are like cats. If they're following you around, it's probably because you're feeding them. Take the socialism pills. Love how misogynist and ableist your followers are. Cool. Me too, thanks. How to spot someone with a conservative ideology. Their eyes are empty as they have no guiding principles of their own except what other people have told them they should be. The only difference is how intensely this phenomenon is experienced. And Shoo's eyes are empty. If you remove the makeup and the smile and just focus on her eyes, they're empty. She does this thing where she overexpands the amount she opens them. This is due to a mistaken belief that expressive facial features are the same as emotions. How is she a Nazi? Seriously, she is constantly making ableist, sexist, bigoted jokes in her videos. Do they just think Hitler was like just a mean guy? Damn, she is hot. She could be Eva Braun, and I would date, marry, and have many children with her. We need to protect the white race. White is beautiful. Okay. Gustavo Fernandez, average white nationalist. ShoeOnHead, more like give me head and shut the f up. I like how he tagged me. Like, yes, I see it. I see it, based Groiper 420, thank you. Your daily reminder that simping for Shoo is never okay. Stop simping for ShoeOnHead, you know who you are. Bro. This you?
This you? This you, boo-boo?
This chick pretends to be a reasonable left tits, but there's no such thing. They can pretend, but they all want the same thing. Total government control, communism. At the end of the day, Shoo hates conservatives and wants us all dead. Any conservative who trusts her because she looks cute and sometimes says common sense is a dupe. We can hear the same things from smarter men. P.S. Once she hits 25, she won't look this cute anyway. Nobody will care what she has to say. Once I hit 25, it's over. Odd, she looks like a Pop-Tart, yet sounds completely normal. The new wokeness? I want a Pop-Tart.
I want a Pop-Tart?
Are most ShoeOnHead followers commies or right-wing simps? Yes. Once she said she was a socialist, she was done. You can tell she would definitely be great at BJ, but would take way too long to get off, so waste of time. Most, if all, American women can get off in the first 10 minutes, but hold up. What? I had no idea she was a socialist. I'm extremely disappointed. I had a crush on her up until now. I can't believe I'm unsubscribed.
Wait, hold on a second. I gotta hold on. What is happening? Sorry, guys, I gotta read this Discord thing real quick. the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna deal with that later. That's a later problem.
Simp aside, I could never be this like direction brained. This is so unhealthy. Like, if you like a channel, just f***ing watch it. For a Jew, she is a cutie. Obnoxious Jew. Kinda cute though. Is this born a woman? Can tell you are transgender. You look very much male. ShoeOnHead looks like what trans want to look like. She looks like a trans as a real woman.
What?
You mean a woman? Are you saying I look like a woman? Your Adam apple is showing. Does she still have her pensis? Does he still have his pensis? You got a I heard you got a Never mind, you're a woman, not interested. You people realize this person was born male, right? Listen to its voice. That is a male's voice. That is also a fake nose. No, she is female, sadly. Thanks. Sadly. Hey guys, semi-serious question here. Is Shue a trans? Yes. Big hands. Always look at the hands. Long fingers. They can always tell. We need to see a bikini pic of you so you can showcase your Adonis belt, which only men can only have. Flat back, flat ass, Miss Big Hands. Please educate your audience on the difference between male and female anatomy. Obviously, they cannot tell a man from a woman. Shue is a trans-coded cis woman and Keffels is a cis trans woman. I hate that I understand this. Of course, Jewish. Why, everyone is Jewish, everyone is trans. Welcome to the internet. Oh my god, I just noticed their username. When I am president, trans people can write off these people as dependents on their taxes. Rent f***ing free. I'm a sap, a Shue-attracted person. Oh god. Do a subscriber gangbang. I know you're kinky enough. Huh? 1.6 million people? Ain't nobody that kinky. On second thought, I think some girls from like the whatever podcast probably have gotten that number. After watching some of that podcast, I don't know, I understand where the repeal the 19th people are coming from. That shit turns me into pearly things. I just want to say, you're really cute. I apologize for being gross. Out of all the ones who apologize, it was the guy that didn't even do anything that bad. This guy came back 2 years later to apologize. I want to know the story behind this. I want to know the arc. Her husband writes her material. Okay, no, if that was the case, this video would be very different. Hold on. Write something for my video. Abolish the separation of church and state. Lol, the writers of this channel are brilliant. Have you hired a man to write for you? You're actually funny now. What? Shue is the funniest. Aw, thank you. Almost as funny as guys. Oh. My boyfriend told me he watches Shue. I have been pushing him further to the left over time.
Running,
and
me
it's
too.
going okay in some respects. But today during dinner, he said he loves Shue. I don't really know how to feel about that. All I could muster was, oh no, sigh, no. I tried to be civil about Shue, but she just has some really dog shit takes sometimes. Can you guys help me come up with more than just making disappointed llama sounds? Is he getting his political opinions from her, or is she just entertainment? If the latter, just ignore it. It's the first one, which on any given day she can have an okay take or poison his mind again, and it took a lot of work to get some of it out? I think I messed up this woman's pet project. She was trying to fix him. Poison his mind, trying to get some of it out. Bro, if you're watching this, get out of there. Run.
Run.
Shue, you sexy
Deadass
leftist,
run.
I need you in my MAGA bed sheets. I'm 2 seconds in and had to pause the video. This is my first and last time watching any of this clown's video. I paused it and I'm a dislike before I get off this app. How can anyone stand this female's voice? It's so annoying. I bet her views are rubbish as well. Trump 2024. Man really got 2 seconds in and was like, I'm out. You know what? Understandable. Have a nice day. So someone commented, K, that was a pretty sick burn, still laughing 5 minutes later. And someone responded with simp. Honestly, the guy calling this guy a simp is more of a simp. That's like projection. I hate when that happens. Like someone will have a completely normal comment, like a nice video, and then someone will respond with like simp. Also, I name searched this guy in my comment section and I found this.
Yeah.
This you, bro?
This you, boo-boo?
Junie Poo? I mean, you are the most attractive to me. My literal type. You just sound like a young man. Haha. You sound like a 13-year-old boy. Like, I know I have a deep voice, but like, how do you want me to sound? Like,
imagine all my videos sounded like this? That would be
No. No.
Nightmare world. Who is
No.
my internet crush, you ask? ShoeOnHead. Many share your same educated perspective in e-celebrities, haha. Elijah Schaefer? What is happening? Is that the 2 chocolate bar chick? Oh yeah! The Zoomers found the chocolate bar clip. You know the clip.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Wow, this chocolate bar sure is good. But you know what would make it better? Wow, another chocolate bar! 2 of a thing I like, together!
Have you considered women on chocolate bars? Fun fact, women are not chocolate bars. Comparing people to objects, awesome. Every once in a while, like young new Zoomers will find my channel and they'll be like, yikes. And then someone will respond like, oh, don't worry, this video is old. She's grown a lot and she's apologized for it. And it's
Never
just like,
talk to me again.
no, I didn't, and no, I haven't. Who do I look like? iDubbbz? Shoo, why do you never react to woke TikToks? I would love to see you do that one day. You know what? Let's do it right now. Insane woke TikToks will make you cringe.
Nobody needs you to advocate for how difficult it is to use gender-neutral pronouns. Nobody said that the gender binary was easy.
This is literally just me. This is me if I never found 4chan years ago and instead found Tumblr. Like, I can't even make fun of it. This is literally just a teenager. This is a child. In like 3 years, they'll look back at this and cringe. I can't. It's just young people, like, desperate to feel like they have any kind of identity or any sort of community because our society has just none of that. I don't want to be fucking 40-year-old Ben Shapiro making fun of 15-year-olds on TikTok. No. Okay, one more.
It is not hurting cis women to say chest feeding.
Housing crisis, income inequality, chest feeding, no. I'm done. What the fuck is a V, though? It's like the Green Goblin mask in the corner of my room tempting me, no. Alright, so that was reacting to woke TikToks or whatever. What was the video? Thank you guys for your support and your comments. Just be careful what you write here. I'm always watching. And
Okay, I think I've had a... Okay, I think I've had an... I think that's a good time to stop. I think that's a good time to stop for today. I have to go wash my eyeball, my eyeball. I think I gotta wash my eyeballs out with soap. Can you wash your eyeballs? Can I wash my eyeballs? Can I wash my eyeballs? I feel like I'm high now. What? Oh, I can't breathe. What the fuck? What? What the fuck? I can't fucking breathe, man. Oh, girl. Oh, shit. I even forgot what I was gonna say now. I'm gonna go watch Euphoria. That's what I was gonna say. Cause now I'm a fan of Sydney, and now if she's in it, I want to go watch it. I lost my train of thought again. But tomorrow, guys, we're gonna watch Murder Drones. We're gonna watch all the Murder Drone episodes. I don't know what it is. I just seen somebody watch it, and then I didn't watch it, so I didn't spoil myself. But we're doing that tomorrow night. And then I'm trying to get everything out that I wanted to say today. We have Murder Jones tomorrow night. We have an erection video is out tomorrow. That I thankfully finished editing already, so I don't have to worry about it. That's coming out tomorrow. There is a members video coming out tomorrow as well. And also, if you guys didn't see it on the community page, there is a poll for us to do a donathon for a week. If it's something you guys want, go vote. That's also a thing as well. At some point, it was made by the same person that made... Okay, I'll add that to the list. I'll add it to the list. I will add it to the list there. Alright, I'm gonna go wash my eyeballs out with soap and watch Euphoria. And probably cry myself to sleep tonight. Yeah, we'll do a movie night next week. Just because with all the...
Lizard.
I hope you burn in hell. Yeah, we'll do a movie night next week. Just because with the reaction videos coming out this weekend and all that other shit, I'm not really gonna have time to do that. I'll go pretend this live stream never happened. Sure. Yeah, so Murder Drones tomorrow, reaction video tomorrow, members video tomorrow, and go vote if you guys want the donathon for the week, okay? I'm gonna go cry now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.